Hear that? That's an engine trying to crank. All right, so that's a good deal. So now all I need to do is get that gas pump in, reinstall all the stuff back into the gas tank, get this thing filled up with some good gas, and we're going to try this again. I think we'll have a jet ski running here pretty quick. Okay, my fuel pump is supposed to be in here in a couple hours, so I'm doing some final touch up here. This is what I did to the casing, fuel filter casing. Cleaned it up with this part, these two parts here, $630 from Kawasaki. That's definitely worth the effort to clean this up. So the fuel pump will slide right up into here. And I'm a little confused though. I'm starting to clean this up. It's this part right here. It's got an opening there, but it doesn't, I can't blow air all the way out the little outlet line there, or maybe that's inlet line, but I'm pretty sure that's outlet. And so I'm not real sure. I'm going to try to run a wire up in here and see if I can clean that out. I honestly don't even know if it's meant to be open. Somebody that might know, make a comment in the comment section. Of course, by then it'll probably be too late, but anyways, I'll know in the future. Now we're just waiting on the fuel pump to arrive from Amazon. All right, I hadn't even got to set this part down on the ground yet, and Amazon pulled up. So I've got the two parts in here. So it's gonna be time to take this all out and see if we can put this sucker together. I was just fixing to work on this some more and see if I could clear that out, see if it's supposed to clear out. I'm going to tinker with that just a little bit, and then I'll start opening these packages. Okay, right or wrong, with the help of an air compressor and carb cleaner, I've got the fluid blowing out here and on the end here. So I don't know if this is a one-way valve or what it is, but anyways, we'll see if I jacked it up or not. All right, there's our sock, filter sock that goes on the bottom of the pump. We've got 3 of them. It's just how they package them. Whew, crossing my fingers. There it is. It's just like that. Sets right down that rubber base. The whole mechanism slides up inside the casing, and then these fold in. You take your 3 screws, screw it in there. The wire comes up through the casing. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but there's a little electronic plug right there. That's where it'll plug into. Okay, I'm not going to bore you with the details. I'm going to put this thing together. It's pretty simple. Just plug and play, I hope. Okay, I thought this was going to be a simple matter. It wasn't. The factory that made this motor made these wires extremely short. So, first put your motor to the top portion of the casing. Make sure that your rubber is slid all the way down as far as it can possibly go in both directions on both shafts, the motor shaft and then the I don't know, the upper fuel pump assembly shaft. They need to be basically rubbing inside there in order for these leads to be short enough. And then, once you get that done, then plug this in. Because if you don't, you will regret it. As I pulled the red wire out of its little housing there. And so I've shoved it back in there, and I'm just going to hope and pray that it stays mounted up in there. So to make sure I didn't jack anything up, I took my little handy dandy battery here with little wires to do a test. And so just basically throw a hot negative in here. And my motor's running. So I've got a working pump, so that's good. Now I just got to slide the case up in here and mount everything together. And hopefully everything's going to be working. Okay, I've got a working pump. Took a little doing, but I got it. So now I'm going to install it in the gas tank. It's just a matter of sliding it down there. I'll go get some Dawn dish soap, and I'll put it on the inside of this rubber gasket because it will resist you. So might as well make it easy, just lube it up. Alright, got my fire extinguisher handy because I am no mechanic. I'm just somebody that likes to do YouTube a lot to learn stuff. So, got gas in here along with some B12. All the gas lines are hooked up. Electronics are all plugged in where they're supposed to be. I want to check that oil one more time. Now that I'm on level ground. Lots of oil. It's pretty dark, so it needs to be changed. But I'm going to wait till I get the engine started before I do that. Let that oil warm up. So, crossing my fingers here. It may take a little bit to get the fuel pulled up through the lines into the fuel filter and down to the injectors. We'll see what it takes. Alright, doing some jerry rigging here. Okay, so the engine will start. I've got the engine started, but what I had to do is I had to bypass the wire going to the gas pump. I tested it. There's no 12 volts going to the gas pump. So I took one of these little batteries here and wired directly to the gas pump, and it started pumping gas into the system, and the engine busted off. So I got to figure out why I don't have electricity going to the gas pump through the jet ski. So anyways, that's next on the agenda. You ready? All right, here we go. Thank you, dear. Okay, I figured out what was wrong. The fuel pump at the factory was wired backwards. So whenever the wiring harness is plugged in, it was sending the signal to the pump to turn the opposite direction and suck gas from the engine back into the tank. So I took the wiring harness and cut the wires, reversed them over to the other side, hooked them up with their connectors, then plugged it back into the motor. That way it tells the motor to spin the other way, and now it's pushing gas to the engine, and now she's running. So anyways, something I thought was just going to be a matter of dumping the gas, the old gas, and putting in fresh gas and racing across the lake. Yeah, not so much, but still yet it wasn't too bad. So anyways, I want to take this thing out on the lake. All right, Brooke's gonna go give it a try now. That thing is running nice. There's no missing or anything. All right, I'm meeting the girls down here at the boat ramp. They're going to play with the jet ski. Man, I wish the water was these kind of conditions the other day when I came out here for the first time. It is like glass out there. All right, the girls have arrived. I like your choice of footwear there.
You should see hers.
I saw she had boots on too.
She got the blue ones. It's a lot hotter out here than I thought.
Yeah, you guys rocking the footwear, that's for sure.
Yes, you're ridiculous. Yes. I'm gonna make sure you fall off. Just for that.
I'm jumping, you ready?
No, I'm just kidding. Come on now. I thought you were going
What
to.
if I like legit like fell in?
I'd right then drive off. Oh my goodness.
You would be a YouTube sensation.
It's gonna be hard.
You really just affected this weight on here.
Okay, I'm
All right, if you got anything that you don't want to lose that doesn't have a zipper, put it in that center console.
Good.
I got everything zipped.
Are you good? Are you ready?
I don't know if I'm ready.
I'm not
but
ready either. I'm scared. You